Tiger Sports and Cox Health present Republic Tigers Football. Also brought to you by Henniger Chevrolet, Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts, State Farm Agent Chris Yoakum, Pine Street Pharmacy, the Sue Carter Real Estate Group, Gold Medal Gyms, Absolute Roofing, Far Better Plumbing, Mid-Missouri Bank, Farmers Insurance Agent Nathan Dixon, Rocco's Italian Kitchen, Southern Sun Electric, Vision Health Eye Center, State Farm Agent Sarah Rader, The Cracker Jack Shack, Teddy Barbecue Company, Destiny Church, and Yoakum Automotive. And now it's time for the Hines Street Pharmacy Repmo Football pregame show. Night of high school football, week 10 of the high school football season as the postseason sort of begins. It's do or die tonight as Republic hosts Branson, and we go all the way back to the beginning of the year when Branson was in here for the opener of this beautiful new stadium, and they're back here again in week 10 for the very first district game. We will pause and listen to the Tiger Pride Band as they play our national anthem.
Of colors will be followed by the Republic Tiger Pride Marching Band as they will be performing our national anthem.
So the Tiger Pride Band with the national anthem, and they will perform a little bit here as we talk about the Tigers. And Rich, as you look at Republic and where they are at this point in the season, how do you think they stack up to where they were in week one?
I we've mentioned it several times throughout the year that this team has definitely improved since week one. They look cleaner. The passing game, I think, on offensively is definitely the part that has improved the most. The first couple weeks, the passing game really wasn't there. There wasn't a lot of passing going on. It was a little shaky. But as we progressed, Hayes has done a really good job at stepping up. He looks more confident sitting back there. I think a lot of that too goes along with the offensive line. The offensive line, I think, has gotten a lot better and has held their blocks in the passing game, which has allowed him to kind of scan the field and pick different receivers. And that's another thing too. Last year is kind of Cam Flood was the number one kind of receiver last year. We started the season off with that too, but as the season's progressed, he's starting to spread the ball around a little bit more, and it's not just Cam Flood being the number one guy. Defensively, defense has definitely improved since week one. They've gotten several turnovers, they've forced fumbles, they've gotten interceptions. So this is definitely, on the Republic side, a different team than that played Branson week one.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure that there are people that look at the records and say, well, these are 2-7 teams, and of course we haven't seen Branson all along. For all I know, they're a similar story, but Republic is not a team that, I don't think talent-wise they're 2-7, and I don't think, even based on how they've played, they could very easily be a couple of wins better, 3 wins better than they are. So it's not a matter of this is a couple of teams just playing out the string. I think, especially on this side of the field, over here on the Republic sideline, this is a team that feels like it's still got some opportunity to prove that it can make something out of a season that has been difficult at times. Talked to Dustin Baldwin earlier this week about where he sees his team heading into the playoffs, and talked about Branson coming back to town. Here's what he had to say. And we are ready to talk about our Week 10 game against Branson. The Pirates come back to Republic after opening the stadium here in Week 1, and that was a game that you had a ton of penalties, 12, 13 penalties. You turned the ball over 4 times, and you just corrected me on the number of penalties.
14.
14 penalties. So hard to imagine, don't want to jinx anything, hard to imagine you could play worse, at least in those areas. Do you feel like you are, I know the answer to this, you feel like you're better than you were at that point in the season?
Yeah, our results are not great. But you know what? I'm proud of our guys. We are a lot better football team. At some point, we got to turn the corner, and you can't say anything different. But as far as penalties go, we the last 7 weeks we're averaging 3.5 penalties, it's been a really low number, and so we've been doing a really nice job in that category, and that's gonna eventually help us a lot. Turnovers, we haven't fumbled as much. We've had some interceptions still lately that we need to do a better job with. But really proud of how far we've come. I just I'm hoping for these kids we can get a win and keep going. We're looking forward to the challenge of playing Branson. We don't feel like we played our best game the first game. Not to take anything away from them. They've got a lot of different weapons. Their quarterback's a really talented player, loves to extend plays with his legs, and he'll keep his eyes downfield. And his receivers are great at running scramble drill and getting open when he's scrambling. They've got a few running backs. Their lines are pretty physical, and they do a nice job. So not to take anything away from them, but yeah, I feel like we're a better football team, and I hope it shows. Hope we play like we're capable of on Friday.
As you've watched their film from more recent games, are they doing some things differently than they were trying to do against you, or have they changed as a football team?
Yeah, they've changed a little bit. I'm not sure if they've had some injuries maybe on the offensive line. They're probably haven't been running it quite as much lately. They were in a lot of empty sets last Friday against Willard, and that may have been the fact that Willard has two really big D tackles that they didn't feel like they could run on. So I don't know. But yeah, they've changed some things up. They still have some core things that they do that we're going to have to stop. And then then kind of see what direction they want to go from there.
You've got a goal board up in the locker room that has a bunch of different things on it, number of penalties in a game and the kinds of things you were mentioning before. As you look at that and progress, can you see a difference on that board as far as the markers that are up there from week 1 through the season?
Yeah, weeks 1 through 3, from an offensive standpoint, we hardly had any on there. We did not meet many goals weeks 1 through 3, and we've met. And because of our poor half last week in the first half offensively, we didn't meet many goals either. But there's a stretch, 4 out of 5 games, we met a lot of those goals between those, the 2 wins, and then Webb not so much. But, Carthage offensively had a really great night and met a lot of goals. And honestly, the second half of the Neosho game, we had 200 yards. If we would have coupled that and put those halves together, I don't think there's any question what we could have done there. But so yeah, we're meeting a lot more goals. Defense has been more consistent than the offense for the year. They've had a few bad nights, but I think overall they've been a lot more consistent this season. And so their goals, and you can definitely, before you even walk in, which goals we met just based on how we played. And usually the better we play, every time the better you play, the more goals you're going to see, and vice versa. So,
how has practice been this week? Are the guys still excited to get out there and get after it?
Yeah, I hope so. No, we had a talk about that after practice today, and they have been. And the JV guys have been doing a nice job on scout team. Their season's done, but there's a lot of those sophomore kids getting out there and getting after it still, and that's awesome to see. And, we talked about it after practice that at some point here in the Republic, we need to get over the mindset that the season's over when districts start. But the season is really just starting. And in successful high school programs, they're looking forward to November, and they're out. And so if we can get in that mindset that we're just kind of trying to get this started and that we have to maintain excitement and enthusiasm and practice every day and be excited to be there and get better and continue to develop and those kind of things. If we can create that mindset within ourselves and that we're just starting to get to the fun part, this is where it should be really getting fun.
Sometimes you don't know you need a doctor until you need one right away. Meet the team at Cox Health Orthopedic and Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic. Our experts can treat fractures, sprains, dislocations, and other action-related injuries in all ages. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 with no appointment needed. Call 417-875-3800 for more information.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Republic Athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Republic location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Tiger Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Tigers! Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Cracker Jack Shack, Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, custom t-shirts, polos and caps. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Printing and stitching, hey, that's our knack. Coffee mugs, pins, frisbees and more. Cracker Jack Shack, your promotional store. Creative ideas, and that's a fact. Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
When it's all about the journey, your choice is the new 2018 Chevy Equinox. And right now, Pinnaker Chevrolet has 15% off every new 2018 Chevy Equinox in stock. Or choose 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 cash back. Choose a new 2018 Chevy Equinox at Pinnaker Chevrolet and get 15% off. Explore every corner with the new 2018 Chevy Trax, priced as low as $19,540. View the selection and find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Ball is teed up, and we are just about ready to go here on Friday night, Week 10. And the Tigers will get the ball first. And it's taken on the near side by Jaden Duvall. Spins off a tackler, comes up the near sideline, outside the 40, and then drops the ball. But I think recovered by Republic.
Yeah, I think it was recovered, but it just popped right out of his hand. Branson player came in and just kind of swatted it out of his hand, and he was trying to fight for it, but kind of got batted away, and luckily it went right between two other Republic return men.
I think Jaden Duvall owes Justin Sturdivant a steak dinner. Sturdivant jumped on that ball and recovered it. Returned, though, all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's where the Tigers take over. Fake handoff. They throw it on the first play over near the far hash mark to Duvall. So Duvall had a big second half against Neosho and already has had the ball twice here. Got the kickoff return and then the quick pass completion for a gain of about 6 on first down. In motion goes Duvall. They fake it to him and Hayes keeps it, nowhere to go, hit for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Duvall came across from left to right, end around type of fake. There wasn't anything there when Lucas decided to keep the ball. There was 2 Branson defenders already in his face, but I do like the aggressiveness on the very first play action, throwing the ball around a little bit, bringing up a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, ball on the far hash mark. Sigmund is back there in the backfield with Hayes. Hayes was going to throw it under pressure and on a blitz. Coming and getting the hit was Keegan Doherty. Came in and hit Hayes for a big loss all the way back at the 41. And the Tigers will have to punt it away.
All 3 plays there for Branson, they had 2 defenders blitzing. They had a linebacker blitzing and they had a defensive end coming off the edge. And that time it was number 5 for Branson that came almost untouched straight to Lucas Hayes for the sack.
That's something you can take advantage of if you can execute. Tigers did not execute that time. Punt is away, and it's going to bounce and go out of bounds. Where'd it go? I lost track of the ball.
When it looks like it went out of bounds about the 40. It wasn't the best punt. It's kind of flat. Usually his punts are end over end, and that one kind of just really didn't have any movement and went off the right side of his foot, so it wasn't the best of punts. So it looks like it'll be spotted on the 40-yard line, giving Branson some good field position.
So the Tigers returned it all the way out near midfield, and now they punt it, and Branson has it near midfield as well without even a return. And an empty backfield for the Pirates right off the bat. They send a man in motion on the end around, coming to the near side, trying to get to the edge, can't do it. And the Tiger defense, Casey Peltz was there to track down the ball carrier, Jay Hill. 5'9", 168 running back. He's a junior for Branson. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Peltz did a good job of holding his position. He didn't over-pursue. He got in the athletic position, allowed the ball carrier to come to him, and made the tackle for no gain.
Again, empty backfield. Again, a man in motion. They fake the handoff. Going to throw and slipping and falling down.
Is that Peltz again?
Peltz or White? Yep, Nolan White. Yep.
Nolan White.
23. So Gabe Sylvester dropped back, was going to throw it, and his back foot slipped and went out from under him. And so it's third and 16. Here comes the train whistle. I think they've decided that is their new 3rd down thing. That's the impression I got. They were all very pleased with themselves over there in the booth next to us when the train whistle started blowing last home game. Empty backfield again. They've got it trips to the right side. They're going to do a halfback pass. No, instead, keeping it and running for the edge is Keegan Doherty, but nowhere to go, or at least not far enough. Got beyond the original line of scrimmage and not much more. And now Branson's turn to punt.
So far early in this game, both defenses have come up big. They haven't allowed very much yardage. Both 3 and outs for 2 offenses that have kind of been up and down throughout the season.
Punt bounces, it's bobbled and finally picked up, and then, well, are we going to have a flag? The flag came out of the pocket, and then it never made it to the ground. Let's watch the tail end of that play. Pay attention to the official there.
No, the flag's on the ground.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him.
I think
throw
he
it.
may have for a late hit there.
Okay, he threw it. He threw it so far that
I wouldn't.
was looking
using
at his
the word
feet.
throw is kind of heavy-handed there.
All right, yeah. My color blindness got me that time. It's
Dead ball, personal foul, kicking team.
Yeah, so there's going to be definitely a late hit there on Branson, which sets up a lot better field position than what it originally was going to be. It was going to be the ball around the 20-yard line to start off, so it's going to move the ball up on a personal foul there, giving the offense a lot better field position to start off.
And cameraman Zach White points out we've got our sideline warning over here already, so getting it out of the way early tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen very many of those throughout the year, and we'd mentioned that, and then one was thrown out at Neosho.
Right, yeah. Neosho might have been the first one, at least that we had noticed all season. So they're going to march this off all the way out to the 35-yard line. That's kind of a tough break for Branson, because the ball was loose, and I think it was more of trying to jump on the ball and not great judgment. It was a late hit, but you kind of understand how that one happened. Sigmund is trapped in the backfield, wiggles away from a couple of guys, and then
Riley Sigmund, the ball carrier.
coming in and making the tackle.
It was Ty Whirling, number 7 for Branson, is the one that was able to come in and make the tackle. Thought Sigmund was going to pull some of those great jukes that he has sometimes and able to get out of that, but there's just too many white jerseys in the backfield.
Well, he got out of one, but there were a couple more waiting for him.
Oh.
And there goes the defense across the line. So there's one way you deal with that constant pressure is maybe hard count and draw the defense offside. And that time Branson mistimed it, and that'll be marked forward 5 yards. Offsides against the Pirates.
Yeah, and Branson so far in this series, or the past 2 series, has shown aggressiveness, bringing at least 2 guys. Looks like they'll bring one guy off the edge and then one guy right up the middle on a hard blitz. And there's various ways, like you said, to deal with that.
And ball is set now. Hayes is going to pitch it to Sigmund, gets around the edge, takes it out near first down yardage at about the 45-yard line. I think he's going to be a little bit short. Doherty makes the tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Republic. So a gain of about 7.
That was a good job there. That's exactly how you're supposed to do the option there. QB keeps the ball as long as he can and then pitches it out as soon as the defender comes up to him.
Ball on the 44. They give it to Jaden Duvall. Duvall's got an opening. Takes it out near midfield, picks up a first down. Did you know High Street Pharmacy will deliver prescriptions right to your door, or that they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies? High Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Tigers on the move. No score here. Week 10. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Sigmund around the edge. Out past the 40, inside the 30 before he's finally tripped up there. And a big gain for Riley Sigmund.
There is a flag back here.
Is being carried back.
Yep. Usually that's in the general area of holding. That may be the reason why it was such a good run.
Could be. Well, the official grabbed the ball,
yep.
And he was He was ready to mark that thing off. He is
Offensive holding call.
marching it back.
Penalty marked off from the 48-yard line of the Pirates.
So from the 48,
The ball back to the Republic 42-yard line.
Holding offense, 10-yard penalty.
the ball on the
Still first down.
42.
First down and 18 for a Tiger first down.
So first and 18 for Republic. Sigmund in the backfield, trips to the left side. More pressure, they give it to Sigmund, he's hit. Coming in and making the stop, Keegan Doherty, a linebacker, blitzing, and went to the right spot.
Yeah, sometimes, that's just a gamble. When you call a blitz and you've got a linebacker coming through either A gap or B gap, so you may blitz your linebacker right out of the play and it blows up in your face, but that time guessed perfectly right where the ball carrier was going to go.
Time for a little quick slant. And there it is to Duval. Thrown behind him, so he had to stop and get it. Guys, I should be a coach. What do you think about that?
You should.
No, nobody would like that. Least of all me. But I did guess right.
Another flag, and it looks like our guys are walking back, so it looks like it's going to be another penalty on Republic. Yep, false start.
So 14 penalties we talked about in the pregame show with Dustin Baldwin the first time Republic played Branson. And how many is that? 3, 4 against Republic now already? 6:08 left in the first quarter, and they're going the wrong way.
Yeah, I think it's three yellow flags against Republic, 1 against Branson.
Well, at least 2 against Branson because they had the late hit. They had the late hit and then the offside.
Oh, yeah.
So 5 penalties. We were talking before the game that we think this is the crew that did the Kickapoo-Glendale game that had a ton of penalties in it. And so far, it's happening here too.
Right.
And nowhere to go for Riley Sigmund.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Maybe got a yard on that. It's going to be close to about 3rd and 25.
Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Give it to Sigmund again. He tries to bounce it to the outside, gets away from a couple of men, but is dragged down just outside the 40, and that'll bring up 4th down and very long for the Tigers.
Yeah, that 3rd and 25 is a little bit of a conservative play. Some coaches might try to at least get a big chunk of that back with some type of pass play, but keeping it on the ground was definitely a conservative call there.
So spread formation here as they're going to punt it away. Snap is good. Kick is away. It is a line drive kick and bobbled, and they're going to run a reverse, taking it up the far side. Good block. Frees one man down the sideline. Logan Watson, the only man there to slow him down. They're finally going to catch up to the returner, Britt Pierce, but not before he takes it all the way down inside the 10-yard line on a reverse. And Branson has the first good opportunity to score.
Crazy part about it is we had 3 Republic tacklers down there that were in perfect position, but they all bit and didn't realize that the return man had handed it off, and they pretty much tackled the guy who had originally caught the ball, having no clue that the guy was going out to their right or Branson's left, going right up the sideline.
Yep. So 4:35 left in the first. No score, but Branson knocking on the door. They send a man in motion. It's a snap to the halfback. He dropped the ball,
on the ground.
And I think Republic has got it.
Yep, Republic's got it.
KC Peltz comes up with it as they direct snapped it.
Snapped it, and he just bobbled it. Went straight to the ground.
Yeah, they had Jay Hill lined up back there, the running back, and he was going to take the snap, and I think he was trying to think about what he was going to do with the ball. And big break for the Tigers as they get the ball back. Casey Peltz was there to jump on it.
Yeah, huge momentum change right there. You kind of felt the energy in the crowd kind of go down just a little bit on that huge return on a reverse, and just like that, offense has got the ball right back.
Now this is what I call the Rich Miles special, the long pass
Right.
after the turnover.
After a turnover, a lot of teams try to do a long bomb down the field.
Let's see what the Tigers try. Nope, they're going to let Hayes keep it on the read, and he takes it outside the 20. That's the Tigers a little bit of breathing room, and it'll be second down and about 4 coming up for Republic.
That was the first big gain that they've had in a while. Most of the plays before that, they were going backwards, which resulted in that 4th and 25.
That last series was not good for the Tigers. Low snap. Hayes does a good job to corral. It takes it to the outside, has running room, first down, outside the 35.
Good job for Lucas Hayes there, turning what could have been a really bad result into a huge gain there. It was down by his feet, and I think the ball almost hit the ground. If it didn't, he was just able to pick it up, and he got some good blocks to his right there. So good job to the right side of the O-line there, right guard, right tackle, sealing things off, allowing your QB to get a giant gain there.
So first and 10 on the 37-yard line for the Tigers. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Duval on the left goes in motion left to right. Takes the handoff, bulls through a couple of tacklers, and carries it out near the 40. It's going to be marked on about the 39-yard line. Gain of a couple on first down for Jaden Duval.
I don't know if Coach Baldwin might try to do some more plays outside of the tackle now that Branson has definitely shown their hand that they're going to bring at least one blitzing linebacker up the middle.
Yep. And the coaches up here, are looking at that. Coaches' box is right next to ours, and they can see up top what Branson's doing as far as committing on defense. Pump fake, and they're going to go long, and they've got a man. Flood is open, and
get a foot in?
bobbling it. Are they going to give it to him?
Ah.
Nope, they're going to say he's out of bounds before he controlled it. And I think that's a good call. He would have had his feet in, but he just bobbled it as it came down and couldn't quite hang on. Let's watch it. Great throw, and just kind of took a little hitch in his step there at the end, and that threw off the catch, and so he's bobbling it as it goes out.
Good throw. That was a great job by Lucas Hayes. Put the ball only where his receiver could get it.
They're going to throw it again. They're going to go over the top, a leaping attempt, and it's incomplete. That was intended for Rackley, and it's going to be 4th down. Tigers are going to have to punt it away again.
So far, this has been a game of punts. Both teams have had to punt the ball away. It has been kind of back and forth, jockeying for a good field position. This time, hopefully these guys are prepared for maybe, some more trickeration on the punt return.
Punt is away, almost blocked. Nice high kick. It's going to force a fair catch call, and instead they're going to let it bounce and roll all the way down to the 23. So Logan Watson kicks it, booms it, and pushes Branson back, and now the field position advantage, at least for now, is in the hands of Republic.
Well, with 2:40 left in this first quarter here, neither team has really threatened. I mean, you could say Branson kind of threatened, to get the ball in there, but they bobbled it and gave it right back to the Republic defense.
And neither team's offensively driven the ball. Branson only had it down there after that reverse on the kick return. Send a man in motion. They've got their quarterback in there taking the snap this time after that last play. Long pass down the field, and it is overthrown, and pass interference called on Jaden Duval. Let's take a look at that one again.
That's going to be awfully close. I don't agree with that. Both the defender and the receiver both have full right to the ball.
If you remember, Tigers were burned on defense. Well, I mean, the ball was past him when he hit him. He did. If the ball had not been over their head, already almost landing, I think Duval actually did kind of tackle him. So in any event, doesn't matter what we think. It's a penalty against Republic, and that puts them all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Moves the ball to the Pirates' 38-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10.
So it'll be 1st and 10. That's not a killer at the high school level, not a spot of the foul penalty. So they move ahead, but not as much as they would have if this were the NFL. And good play by Riley Sigmund to come in and make the stop on the run by Keegan Doherty, number 5. When you're looking to buy or sell a home in Republic, you want someone who knows this market and who also knows marketing. You want the team at Sue Carter Real Estate Group. Sue's been helping families with their real estate needs for 15 years, and she's assembled Republic's biggest and best team of real estate professionals. They're innovative, hardworking, and committed to helping you. Whether you're buying or selling, put them on your team. The Sue Carter Real Estate Group. It's about home. Doherty in motion. Sylvester's going to throw it up, and it is overthrown high in the air. That was kind of a high, lame duck pass that was up for grabs, and it fell incomplete.
I'm really surprised due to the fact that there was 2 Republic defenders and 2 Branson receivers in the general area that no one was able to catch that. It hung up in the air for so long. Like you said, it just wobbled. Kind of looked like one of those where the ball slips out of the quarterback's hand at the last minute. Not a very tight spiral.
Big third down play here for the Republic defense. They've got the offense loaded over on the near side. The Tigers ready for the reverse, but they get out of it in the backfield, and now coming in to make the hit. Who's over there first? And it turns so I can see the number. Was that Duvall? Yeah.
Yeah, you had Duvall and Connor Vizio was nearby too.
It was Andrew Young who was running the ball on the reverse and thrown for a loss. 4th down and 11 coming up. So good play by the Republic defense.
4th down and 18 for the Pirates.
And the Pirates are going to do a little pooch kick. They get it off. It bounces just inside the 40. Picked up on the run and then dropped. And the ball is loose, and Branson has it. So Cam Flood tried to pick it up on a bounce, and it went off of him. Tigers almost lucked out and recovered it, but ended up being Branson who jumped on it. Don't see who that was that came up with it, but
and Cam Flood should know better than that. That's something that's taught at all levels, all the way down even to the freshmen and middle school, that if you're the return guy on a punt and it's going to be a really difficult catch for you, just let it go. And a lot of times you'll even get coaches on the sideline that will give some type of word that tells the return guy, just let it bounce on the ground, just walk away.
Yeah, he had one of those that was an easier bounce a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was even last week, that he picked up and ran. And there's a good run for a 1st down by Ty Whirling, number 7 for Branson. Inside the 25 to about the 24, so a gain of about 11 for Ty Whirling on 1st down. Under a minute left to go in the 1st quarter. Still no score. Week 10. District, I guess, kind of a district quarterfinal. Only 5 teams in the district. So district play-in game in some ways between the 4 and the 5 seed. In motion to the near side. They give it to Ty Whirling. Takes it down to about the 20.
And so far this evening, Branson on offense, they like to put someone in motion, and they're either going to fake it to that guy or hand it off. But the one time where they try to do a direct snap to the running back was the time that they turned the ball over, so they may not go back to that again.
Yeah, I would say after seeing how that worked out, they probably would not want to do that. He dropped it twice. He didn't only drop it once. So Sylvester back there in the shotgun sends a man in motion. That's Whirling. Hands it off to the tailback. Hit made by Nolan White initially. So Nolan White there first to drop Chase Moody. Jordan Gold in on it as well. Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Brings us to the end of the first quarter, and we still have no score as we will switch ends and the teams will go down to our left. Branson will be going from our right to our left, and they'll be trying to get on the board first as we have no score to start the second quarter. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better place. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. And when you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In the Republic area, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Inside handoff. And it's going to be near a first down, maybe a little bit short based on where the official is standing over there. I think Caleb Klingler was the ball carrier, number 24. And right back up to the line goes Branson. 4th and inches, and not much running room. Tigers stood him up, but he's going to get a first down. So got inside the 15, which was where he needed to get. And on 4th and 1, Branson picks up the first down and moves the chains.
If you look at Branson's offense, they're consistently bringing guys on and off the field. Every offensive play, you've got at least 2 guys coming in for 2 other guys. So constant number change, different formations, even though it kind of seems like they kind of always put maybe the same 1 or 2 guys in motion.
Chase Moody in the backfield back there. They fake the handoff to him. The ball is loose, and boy, that was a break for Branson as Sylvester just fell right back on it. In fact, as we watch the replay, if you look, if the tackler hadn't sort of spun Sylvester around so he just fell right on top of the ball, I don't know if he recovers it. He just got grabbed, and it's like if the Republic defender had been trying to pick him up and set him down on the ball, he couldn't have done a better job. And it was just an accidental placement that Sylvester fell back on it. Loss of a couple on first down. It's 2nd down and 12. Trips to the right side. And they give the handoff to Keegan Doherty, 182-pound senior. Takes it inside the 13 down to about the 12. Gained about 5. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7. They need to get to about the 4 to get a first down. And, of course, from this spot on the field, you would think it's 4-down territory for the Pirates. They look back.
4-down territory or possibly kick. Branson's got an excellent field goal kicker.
Well, the way the defense is played, maybe they would do that. But either way, they want to talk it over. Let's see who that timeout is called by. Yep, timeout called by Branson, and they will talk things over.
Delay of game penalty.
Oh, delay of game. So they didn't get the timeout called.
Moves the ball back to the 18-yard line.
And now there's some confusion. The defense was coming off. I think that I don't feel so bad because the Republic coaches were also confused about whether that was a timeout or a penalty. I think what happened was Branson was trying to get a timeout, didn't get it. Their coaches started to come out as if they'd called the timeout, but the penalty was called instead. So backs him up. It's 3rd and 18. 4 wide receivers. Man goes in motion, and they're going to do a little halfback pass and hit and dropped. And that was Tomasoff who came in and got the big hit. Good play by the Tiger defense. That's the second time they've given it to Doherty, and he looked like he was going to throw.
Yeah, Branson's going to come in and try a long field goal.
Yeah, from here it makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't.
If that is number 90, that's Justice Weber. He's also one of the Branson's better soccer players.
So
that is number 90.
Yep, so it's the battle of soccer kickers tonight.
Yes, it is.
Drew Flippin, the kicker for Republic. Kick is up.
And
no good.
Me saying good things about him jinxed him right there.
Good jinx job, Rich Miles.
Right, and I graduated and good friends with both of his parents, so if they're not here and they're listening to this instead of the Branson hometown radio, I apologize, but not really for jinxing your son.
I was going to say, you can't apologize on the Republic broadcast, Rich. It's not okay. All right, so still no score. We may be here till midnight before somebody scores at this rate. 9:01 left to go in the second quarter, and the Tigers will take over, and they are out there ready to go. So let's see what the Tigers can do. You would think at some point they're going to break a long one. They give it to Sigmund, runs behind Duval, gets past a couple of tacklers, but not much running room, and he's brought down as he comes over to the near sideline.
And if you look at how Branson lines up, they're very aggressive. A lot of teams like to have their linebackers somewhere between 4 or 5 yards, a little bit more sometimes off the line of scrimmage, and Branson's linebackers are just crouched up almost right behind the D lineman.
Give it to Duval coming this way. Not a lot of room. He couldn't get to the corner. He got there, but he was already near the sideline. Gained a couple, maybe 3. It's going to be third down for the Tigers. Third and about 6. Keep an eye on number 7 for Branson, Ty Whirling. He's got the shiniest shoes of the year. They are really sparkly. They almost look like my son used to have light-up shoes when he was a toddler. Very shiny. And Hayes under pressure, gets away from a couple of would-be tacklers and then steps out of bounds. And then hit as he fell out, tried to change direction, and if you watch his foot, he just got over there, and as he tried to plant and go the other way, his toe stepped on the line. Didn't quite get back there. That's what happened, though, and it's fourth down and long for Republic as Hayes stepped out of bounds, and Watson's going to have to punt it from his own end zone. So field position still with Branson. They haven't been able to take advantage so far. And credit Logan Watson for getting another one off. And that one's going to bounce and roll all the way down past the 40, picked up at the 35, and then a couple of tacklers there to cover. Logan Watson flips the field again. And it was Landon Porter and I think Austin O'Hara, the other man back there for the Tigers. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast and brake too hard with feedback to help you drive safer, giving you the power to actually lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. 56-yard punt for Logan Watson, and Branson has a long way to go on their own 34-yard line. Man goes in motion. They hand it off to the tailback. He's got a gap up the middle, breaks a tackle, takes it into Republic territory, and that's a good run on first down by Jay Hill.
Yeah, nothing fancy. It was just a straight give right up the middle. Kind of went up the left-hand side. There was a big hole that Branson's offensive line there, especially the left guard and left tackle, kind of was just able to push our D-line off to the side, giving their tailback a good running lane.
7:20 left in the first half, and Hill takes it again down to about the 45-yard line. Had a big gap that time as well, but was tripped up as he came across the line of scrimmage.
Both offensives seems like on their first couple initial plays they have success, but then just kind of bogged down after play 4 or 5 on their series.
2 wide receivers to each side. Again, give it to the tailback, and he shakes loose of Thomasoff. but Hill can't quite get to the first down marker. He's going to be a couple of yards short. Coggin finally brought him down.
Yeah, another big third down here for the defense.
Third and about 3.
Ball at the Republic 43-yard line. Third down and 4.
Luke Young, who's gone in motion a couple of times, is off the field as they make a substitution. Different man goes in motion. This time they give it to the motion man. That is Whirling. Whirling has nowhere to go. And Riley Sigmund grabbed him around the sparkly shoes and brought him down. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. And Whirling couldn't get around a corner, and the Tiger defense was right there. Sigmund, Peltz was back there as well. It'll be 4th and about 5, and I think they may go for it unless they drop back. They're in that form. This doesn't look like a formation they would run a play out of. Maybe they will, but it looks like they may pooch it. Well, now they're definitely going to pooch it because they went offside. So Luke Young had just checked out the play before, and that time he was a little too anxious to be back in there.
Booth next to us plays the awesome truck backing up.
Yes, that is
sound that I love hearing.
Yeah, one of my favorite sound effects.
Let's see if that changes anything now that Branson has a 4th and 10. Doesn't look like it.
Cam Flood is back deep. Yeah, they're gonna pooch it. Gonna kick it sideways, but right at Cam Flood. Makes a couple men. Oh no, that's Duval, not Flood. And he steps to the 30, to the 40. A lot of running room into Branson territory. One man to beat. He's got an angle. Can he beat him? Inside the 10, 5. Touchdown, Republic. Jaden Duval back deep, took the kick and took it to the house. And with 5:08 left to go in the first half, Republic is on the board, 6-0.
Man, when Duval just got through his initial blockers, there was nobody there, and he just kind of ran from to his left and his right in a diagonal formation and was just able to outrun the last remaining Branson guy that I thought was going to be able to get him at the last second. Almost did, but he stretched out and was able to hit that pylon with the football.
Well, he barely got it in there. I wouldn't have been that upset if they said he wasn't in, because he kind of stuck the ball out as his knee came down. But it's a touchdown for the Tigers, and the extra point is up and good. And with 5:08 left in the first half, Republic strikes first. It's 7-0. The Tigers with the lead. Destiny Church wants to create a revolution through serving, and part of that is recognizing student athletes who are getting out in the community and making a difference. It's a feature called Servolution in Republic Tiger Sports Magazine. If you know a student athlete who's making a difference in the community by volunteering, email me, David, at republictigersports.com, and let me know about them. Central Gas Propane is a locally owned and operated propane company offering exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs while providing a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Services include autofill route options, pre-buy, and level pay programs. Call today to switch and save with Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or visit their website at centralgasmo.com. So Republic will kick it off now, having taken a 7-0 lead on the kickoff return by Jaden Duval. High kick taken around the 10-yard line. Angling over to the far side of the field with running room and hurdling a man all the way out past the 40-yard line is Deshaun Craig. And we talked about this earlier, and there's a penalty flag that flies in at the end. So let's. Let's at least see there's the hurdle over the head, and then there's, I did see, one of the Republic players was being grabbed. I don't know if the flags are going to go against Branson or Republic, but at the very beginning of it, you could see a Republic player on the ground. I couldn't tell who it was, being spun around either by the jersey or the shoulder pads. And then there was a little pushing and shoving after that. Officials talking things over.
I don't know if the flag might be on the Branson player hurdling. In high school, you're to kind of combat that. Well, you're not allowed to.
We had this discussion earlier this year. They didn't call an obvious couple of hurdles in a game before, so I don't know. They end up. Oh, so they call both penalties against Republic. That's interesting. The second one was a personal foul. I didn't see what the first one was. Did you? I was looking down. So officials discussing things.
I thought that he signaled 2 personal fouls.
Oh, maybe it was. So 2 personal fouls against Republic? Interesting. We'll have to take a look at that replay later.
Personal foul, kicking team. Dead ball, personal foul, kicking team.
So you can see on the replay the Republic kid being swung around as he got up. And they enforced both personal foul penalties. Before this game, I asked Tim Barnes if he would be comfortable using a new app to keep stats instead of pen and paper. And he said no problem. And I thought to myself, hey, it'll be pretty simple. How hard can it be? We've had multiple penalties. We've had weird calls. It's only the second quarter. And now
false start or delay a game.
How many penalties? How many penalties was that Glendale Kickapoo game? Oh, they gave a
timeout. He signaled the penalty, but now they give him the timeout.
30 is what Zach White is saying. There were 30 penalties in the Glendale Kickapoo game that became infamous around Southwest Missouri. I don't think we're close to 15 in the first half, but there have been a lot of penalties. In this case, it's not a penalty, as they granted Branson the timeout. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee, more than breakfast sandwiches and great desserts. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Case and his crew are waiting behind the counter to prepare your order. All you have to do is walk in. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. So Branson has it 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line without having run a play. Sylvester sends a man in motion. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's knocked away by Jacob Cody. Good defense by Cody as he reached around and knocked the ball down.
Yeah, Jacob kind of looked like he was in man coverage. He was with the receiver pretty much the whole way. I'm kind of surprised the Branson QB threw the ball, just with the fact that if you see it there at the end, there is 4 black jerseys surrounding the Branson receiver.
Yeah, that was one of those where the quarterback knew where he was going to throw it, and he was going to throw it no matter what. And he did. 2nd and 10 for Branson. They have had good field position, unable to capitalize so far. And a gain of about 4 on 2nd down as they give it to Chase Moody. Ran off the right side, picked up 4 down to about the 26-yard line. Vizio makes the tackle.
3rd down and 7.
Another big 3rd down for the defense. Last time Branson was able to come down here and defense shut him down on 3rd down, and weren't able to do anything.
And
there we go.
A good stop again by the Tiger defense. That was Logan Watson who got in there and tripped him up. No, that was Brady Coggin.
Yeah, Brady Coggin got in the backfield. One of the Branson offensive linemen tried to block him, but he was able to just get through that block, get in the backfield. But this is that place where most offenses will usually go for it on 4th down.
4th and 6, they're going to go all the way to the end zone, and the ball is knocked away. Good defense in the end zone by Riley Sigmund. Ball was intended for Hunter Wood. You can see him pleading his case with the official over on the far sideline, walking up the field.
Kind of surprised that Branson went for the touchdown instead of just trying to pick up the 6 or 7 yards they needed for the 1st down, but whatever the case be, defense comes up big with 3:49 left here before halftime.
I guess they haven't had any luck picking up 5 when they've needed it, so why not go for it all in one chunk? Republic defense has come up big in numerous situations. 3:49 left to go in the half. They've got 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They send Duval in motion. Fake the handoff to Duval. They're going to throw it, and it is complete up the far sideline. Down inside the 30. Dragged down at about the 27-yard line. That is Lewis Wallace with the completion. Guys, let's all get a petition together for white trim around the numerals next year.
Gotcha.
It's killing me. I got to wait till they turn, face me, and stand still for 2 to 3 seconds before I can find the number. If they're facing directly at us, it's pretty easy. Otherwise, it's a little dicey trying to figure out what the number was. Hayes fakes the pass, pulls it down, has running room, comes to the near side, inside the 20, down to about the 14-yard line.
That was a great decision by Lucas.
Yeah.
It was going to be a pass play. Branson defender came in and left his feet, which a lot of times you tell the defenders don't do that. You don't leave your feet. You don't jump in the air for that reason right there is if you jump in the air when the QB looks like he's about to pass it, he's able to, just tuck the ball underneath that defender that jumps up in the air. And that right there, Lucas Hayes sets the offense up for a great opportunity for a touchdown.
Sigmund in motion. They go the opposite way to Lewis Wallace, who is dragged down by number 65, Kyler Eford.
And that's great to see Lewis out there. He went out early in the game last week and never came back in. Couldn't tell if his ankle rolled or if it just slipped, but he could barely put any weight on it as he was being helped off the field early in the game versus Neosho. So it's great to see him out here in the second quarter.
2nd and 7. They fake it to Wallace. Up the middle goes Lucas Hayes, and he is in for a touchdown.
Awesome.
Lucas Hayes makes it 13-0 Republic. And the defense had to stay honest with Wallace. And Hayes just kept it, saw the hole, and went through the gap for the touchdown.
And Lucas Hayes was a huge contributor on all 3 plays there. The big pass there, then the big run, and then punching it in here for the touchdown.
Kick is up and no good. Wide left, I think.
Oh, wow.
So with 2:37 left, Republic leading 13-0. Farmers Insurance has been providing quality, affordable insurance since 1928. In Republic, Farmers Agent Nathan Dixon has a game plan for all your insurance needs. And teachers ask about Farmers Education Discount. That's Farmers Agent Nathan Dixon. Call him at 732-2900. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because now Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. Southern Sun Electric is a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go rep mode from Southern Sun Electric. And Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. So Republic leads at 13-0 with 2:37 left in the second quarter. And they'll kick it away again. Flipping. Kicks it end over end. It bounces and takes a turn upfield, grabbed on the sideline, and fumbled out of bounds by Deshaun Craig. And Branson will take over just outside the 25. Let's see where they mark it. Yep, they're going to put it on about the 26-yard line, and that's where Branson will start. Since 1986, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new customer communication system, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. That means you get back on the road even faster.
Schedule an appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Empty backfield for Sylvester. And they're going to try that halfback pass again, and this time they do pass it. So the pass from Keegan Doherty, number 5, to Brady Blackwell, number 10. And more confusion for Tim Barnes trying to keep stats. We've got a halfback pass.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good pass, too. Usually whenever you get someone that's throwing the ball that isn't the QB, the ball doesn't come out great, or it's kind of a lob or an ugly pass, but did a great job there from the fullback. 1st
and 10. And now Sylvester's going to throw it under pressure. Fires it off to Doherty over on the far sideline, incomplete. Sylvester almost got brought down in the backfield, got loose, threw it to Doherty, and Doherty tried to run before he had the ball.
Yeah, exactly right. It looked like his head was turned, and he was already looking upfield before he really grasped the ball and just bobbled it on the ground. I don't think he would have gotten too much, though, in the first place, though. As soon as he caught the ball, there was 2 Republic defenders that were closing on him pretty quick.
2nd and 10. Doherty in motion. Sylvester to throw. Has a man open, and it is caught. And Sigmund got beat and then dragged down the receiver, Hunter Wood. And then a little extracurricular activity at the end of the play. Republic fans not very happy with. You can see it was Hunter Wood who made the catch. Sigmund dragged him down. And then
I don't see how Branson player came in and just leveled Sigmund there.
Andrew Young. Sigmund went down. Might have been a little bit of an acting job. I don't know if the contact was as hard as Sigmund flew, but there was contact.
But there was no need for that contact, though.
And Doherty tries to hurdle a man, takes it to the 10, maybe a gain of 1.
1 yard to the 10. 2nd down and 9. James Duvall with a stop.
(13-0) Tigers, 1:42 left in the half, and Branson trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. Trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. They've got Doherty in the slot. He goes in motion. They hand it to Doherty, fakes the pass, and now he's going to throw it in the end zone. It is dropped over on the sideline, far into the end zone. Andrew Young had an opportunity to catch it and couldn't hang on.
They've tried that pass. I think this is the 3rd time they've tried that, and I think they've only been successful on completing that with just 1 time there. Defense really hasn't bid on it. There really hasn't anybody that's just come flying in on the fullback there.
And a flag. Is this a sideline warning? Yes.
Branson gets their first sideline warning of the evening. Republic has already gotten theirs. So both teams have been warned once. From here on out, that'll be a penalty where the ball will be moved back.
1:26 remaining in the first half, 13-0. Republic with the lead. Sylvester throws it over the middle on a slant. It is knocked away. Cody knocked it away again. That time intended for Hunter Wood, and the defense within a play of making another stop. This, of course, is where the defense had trouble against Carthage. Carthage scored 4 touchdowns on 4th down on plays pretty much just like this.
Yep.
Same spot on the field, not really 4th and short most of the time. So let's see if the defense can turn it around against Branson. Of course, the Carthage offense had a few more weapons than the Branson offense. 4th and about 9.
And they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, yep.
Last time Branson was in this situation, they lined up for a field goal, and it was just a flat ball there. Didn't even come close to going through the uprights.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Call her at 732-1414 or find her online at sarahrader.com. That's State Farm agent Sarah Rader at 732-1414. Whether you're moving out or you just can't live with that dirty carpet one more day, Call Floor Gypsy. From floor to ceiling, wall to wall, and everything in between, they get it clean. Floor Gypsy will take care of your carpets, stone tile, and grout, and they do commercial and residential cleanings. They're locally owned and operated by a father and son team, and they are proud supporters of Republic Tiger Sports. Call them at 425-7798. Floor Gypsy. They see clean in your future. 1:22 remaining in the first half. 13-0 Republic. And it's 4th and 9.
They're going to kick it.
Oh, okay.
They come back here at the field
mind,
goal.
Yeah. So they run Justice Weber out there. Weren't you telling me what a great kicker he is?
Yeah, and I jinxed him earlier to see if it happens again. He's a great soccer player and a good kicker for the football team.
That one was good and had plenty of legs, so it only works once.
Okay.
But we tried. Justice Weber kicks it through, and Branson is on the board for the first time. It is 13-3. Republic has a lead. Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message brought to you by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and Republic Tiger Sports. So 1:22, it's time for the Tigers to score again. That would be nice, another touchdown before we go to halftime.
It'd be great if the kickoff return team here set up the offense for a short team. Cam Flood, I think, is the one that is back there, the deepest man to return the ball. They was able to kick it straight to him, and he got a full head of steam and some good blocks up there. I see him setting up the offense with the short field.
Flood's back there on the 5. Standing on the near side is Sigmund, and on the far side is Duval. So now that I've got it clear in my head who's where, I won't call the wrong guy that catches it. Kick is long and deep and out of bounds. So another flag flies in. And Republic will presumably take over on the 35. I don't know that, with the weapons that Republic has on the kickoff, I might just always make the other team kick off. But I guess a lot could go wrong too, so play it safe, get the ball with pretty good field position. I said the 35, I meant the 30, right? No, they're going to the 35.
35.
Yeah. Shouldn't have second-guessed myself. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the Tigers get the ball on the 35-yard line. 1:22 left. Let's see what they can do.
Well, the previous series, they had a huge gain on a pass play that went right up the left sideline there.
Rackley comes to the near sideline. Flood is split out far all the way to the far side. And Gavin Walker is wide to the left as well. They give it to Sigmund, who's got running room, takes it out past the 40, dragged down around the shoulders at about the 41. 1:13 left.
I believe Republic has all their timeouts. I don't know if they would maybe try to use one here with it going right under the minute mark after this play.
Yep, I'm going to get another one off. 3 wide receivers split left. Rackley to the right. Rolling to the right is Hayes under pressure. Reverses field. Gets away from one man and then finally hit and dropped. So Caleb Klingner was back there, and so was Tyler Bolin for Branson, and a big loss for Lucas Hayes. Sets up a 3rd down and about 17. And now 30 seconds left, and I would think the Tigers are just going to let it run out.
That time Branson brought a middle linebacker on a blitz, and no one on the Republic's offensive line was able to pick that linebacker up, and he came right up the middle, almost untouched, just blowing up that whole play. It never really had a chance from the beginning.
Tigers are going to let the clock run all the way down and then call a timeout. They'll come over here, and on 3rd and 17, they'll have 6 seconds left and want to talk things over. So what do you do here? I mean, do you take a shot? Because you don't as long as the play lasts 6 seconds. What you don't want to have happen is you get stuck having to run another play, and then you got to probably punt it, although you could presumably run around for a second and just go down. But I don't know if you take a shot here or not.
You're right. You don't want to do something, especially with a fumble or something just critical like that, and you set Branson up with a short field, with possibly like 1 second left. No harm. I think. I like being aggressive on offense, but at the same time, I kind of like the ability of keeping this lead that we have, 13-7 here, or I'm sorry, 13-3, and just taking a knee.
So you're telling me you wouldn't throw to the end zone? I don't think they're going to throw for the end zone either, but one of us has to, do the gutsy call with no repercussions. He's going to wait for time to run out, and now he's going to run it, and now, so they kind of did a hybrid. They ran out the clock, and then they got gutsy.
Right.
But that would have been something. That would have been an interesting way to end the half. But the Tigers weren't able to do anything with that, and so we come to halftime. And the score is 13-3 Republic. They are 24 minutes away of game time from advancing to the district semifinals next week. And that will be against Carthage at Carthage. So we were down there last year, first year of that new stadium. And we'll be back there again next week if the Tigers can hang on in the second half.
Please welcome your Republic Tigerettes.
We'll watch the Tigerettes and talk about the first half on our Gold Medal Gems halftime show after this brief break.
Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous new facility at Highway 60 and Highway M by going to goldmedalgyms.com. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics.
Well, welcome back to Republic. Gold Medal Gyms halftime show as the Tigerettes are performing. They're kind of down there performing without their music. The music.
Yeah, they're going. They were already in the middle of the routine when the music, for some reason, technical difficulties, and they just decided to just keep on going. They don't need music to do their dance.
Maybe YouTube shut them down. I don't. YouTube is even aware when you play copyright music in a stadium. Well, good first half for the Tigers. They lead at 13-3, and Tim Barnes, because of the he doesn't have. He's got approximate stats over here using the new app that I forced on him against his will.
Well, let's see if it's correct here. Riley Sigmund, 6 carries, 17 yards. Lucas Hayes, 9 carries, 15 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Duvall, 3 carries, 11 yards. Lucas Hayes was 2 out of 4, 52 yards. And, of course, the big play in the first half was Jaden Duvall's 88-yard kick return for a touchdown.
So not much offense is what you're saying. I don't think that seems about right to me based on the amount of scoring that was, not counting the kickoff, which wouldn't be counted in the offense. That seems like about what I would have expected offensively for both of those, for the running backs to have.
Yeah, the only real series that they had that they were able to put anything together was their own touchdown series. That Lucas Hayes there had 3 plays right in a row that he contributed to that. So he had a huge pass play, and then what was supposed to be a pass play, but then he ended up just tucking the ball and running it just inside the 10, and then his number was called again, and he punched it in the end zone. So Lucas Hayes is he's had to work hard for just about everything. He's had linebackers in his face. He's had D linemen in his face. He's been sacked a few times. But with that said, he's had some great opportunities where when he's been able to kind of sit back there and pass the ball, he's been able to just let it loose and connect, and then some really good run plays too. But good job to the return team there, setting up Duval's huge run there and his touchdown that just inside the pylon. Kind of looked like a Branson defender was going to run him down at the last second, and he kind of dove, stretched the ball out, and just barely hit that pylon. And the referee, from his angle, he couldn't really tell, if was 100% sure or not. Not enough evidence for him to not say he got in because he was running down, behind a really fast Duval there. So whatever the case may be, we're up 13-3. This has been hasn't been the cleanest game so far. Both teams have had a lot of flags, been sloppy at times. Kind of reminds me a little bit of just how both teams looked like in the first half of game one. We'll have more stats, but first let's take a break and watch the Tiger Pride Band perform here at halftime.
You may take the field for your performance.
Well, nice performance by the Tiger Pride Band. And we're going to let them keep performing and want to go over some stats. But we were sitting here debating, looking at scores online, and I found another reference. So it is not a typo. Joplin is leading Kickapoo. Now they've intercepted. They got a pick 6. It's 77-0. Joplin leading Kickapoo with 3:16 left in the second quarter. I don't know what the record is.
I don't know how there's enough time to score that many points.
Well, I mean,
that's crazy.
That's probably not the only pick 6, I would think.
Right. That is just ridiculous.
I wonder if there's some pent-up frustration from years past that Joplin is dishing out.
That could be. Well, I tell you, that makes Republic's performance down at Joplin a little feel a little better. That's one of those that you just think, like Rich said, how does that even happen? But apparently it has happened.
Yeah, we thought it was a typo when it was 70-0. We just thought maybe someone just didn't take the 0 off and it was 7-0. But now that they have scored,
I'm pretty sure that's the. If you remember back, Republic had, I forget what they had in a half, but it was.
You talking about the Ozark game?
The Ozark game, and that was among the most points scored in a half. It wasn't
over
the record,
50, wasn't it? Over 50.
I think they had 54 in the first half, but
wow.
And that was on the list, and I kind of remember from looking at it that they weren't that far from the record for points in a half.
Well,
77, I would think, has got to be the record. So,
if not, pretty close to it, and there's still time for them to tag some more points.
I mean, at this pace, they probably, they got time to score a couple more with 3:16 left.
Can you put triple digits on a football scoreboard?
Well, I think you probably could on this one because it doesn't have the light bulbs.
Right, but the old school one, I don't think you could put a triple digits on a scoreboard for a football scoreboard.
Wow. Well, guys, let's count our blessings that we are not broadcasting that one. Well, at least not broadcasting it for Kickapoo.
Right.
Broadcasting it for Joplin might be kind of fun, I guess.
Right. Yeah, at that point, it's kind of hard to really put things in perspective and put a positive spin on anything when you're losing 77-0.
Seems like they might be a little bit past due getting the JV and freshman team.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's kind of an unwritten rule that first half.
Right, it's fair game, and then afterwards, put the JV in. But at the same time, there's not too many instances or examples where a team has been up 77-0 before half.
86.5 is the record. That was Lincoln College Prep against Northeast of Kansas City in 1985. That was in the second half. So that's even worse.
That was
because
they didn't have the clock rule back then.
That's true. But I mean, at that point, that's the time you should be pulling your starters.
Yes.
Yes. So that in the first half, the record was 76. So they have broken the record for points.
Maybe that's what they were going for.
Maybe, I don't know. Marionville on that list. They had 68 against Greenfield in 2003 and a half. So, here's a little infamy for Greenfield. They're actually on that list twice as the team that gave up that many points in the first half. Once against Springfield Central back in 1927, and then in 2003. So about 80 years apart or so.
Yeah, the days when you didn't have face masks.
That's right. Well, we were going to go over some more stats. I guess we still have time to do that, but they're not nearly as interesting as the stats we just went over from a game we're not even watching. But go ahead, Tim Barnes. Tell us about the team totals in the first half.
Team totals, Republic, 46 yards rushing, 52 yards receiving, 98 total yards. For Branson, 31 yards rushing, 63 yards receiving, total of 94 by my calculation. For some reason, this fancy gadget does not total your rushing and receiving yards, but
there's probably an option for that somewhere. We just don't know where it is yet, because I sprung it on you last night that you were going to be doing it, and you never saw the app before you walked in here today. That's the way technology progresses. 13-3 is the score at halftime, and halftime is just about over. The drum line finishes up its performance on the track in front of the student section. Student section is in a blackout. That was the theme for tonight.
The ambush is what they call themselves down there.
And they are that's a pretty good size student section. I think it's about the same size as usual. They fill all the way across this middle section, 5 rows deep. And maybe they have some spillover on busier nights, but pretty good turnout for a game on a night like this.
That and not many people realized that we were going to be hosting a game, talking to a lot of the students, many of them not realizing that there was going to be a home game till about Tuesday.
Now, Rich Miles, don't you think 3 days is enough time to make plans?
That is true. But I'm around teenagers every day, so.
That's a little, I don't know.
Nothing really surprises me. After 17 years of teaching, not very many things surprise me anymore with teenagers.
Well, mentioned earlier that if the Tigers hang on, we will be in Carthage next week. Enjoy the ambience of the crowd microphone tonight, because there will be none at Carthage because they got no opening windows on their new press box. So,
right, it'll be just one of us making some background noise every once in a while.
Yeah, it'll sound like we're actually watching the game from my bathroom at home and doing play-by-play like in the old days, where you just get the telegraph and get the information off the ticker, and then you call the game from there. In fact, now that I think about that, let's just send Zach White down to Carthage. We'll go to Hawaii, and we'll watch the broadcast and do the play-by-play from there after he left us for his honeymoon earlier this season. Drew Flippin has the ball ready to tee it up. Branson will get the ball first. They have not scored a touchdown yet, and they'll try to correct that on their first possession of the second half. Tigers 2 quarters away from advancing to the district semifinals. Flippin's kick is up, end over end. It's going to be taken on the run at the 20. And nowhere to go for Ty Whirling.
Who was that? That was Austin O'Hara there that came in for the tackle, wrapped up the return man around the ankles. He had nowhere to go. We got some ESPN going on.
That's the old
Monday
school.
Night
right.
Football.
Monday Night Football, yeah.
The old school. So 1st and 10 for Branson on the 28-yard line to start things off. And they hand it off in the backfield. Not much running room. Good defense as they gave it to Jay Hill. A couple of Tigers were back there, including Vizio, who made the hit. Loss of 1.
2nd down and 11.
Well, got back about to the line of scrimmage.
Defense has done good. They've only given up 3 points to a Branson team that doesn't score a lot of points, but has definitely scored more than 3 in the first half in most of their games. So good job to the defense so far.
Fake the handoff. This was a direct snap to Hill, and didn't have much place to go. Got past the original line of scrimmage. That was Jay Hill who got the direct snap.
Again, another big 3rd down here for the defense.
3rd and 8 is what they're calling it on the scoreboard.
3rd down and 9.
Sylvester in there, quarterback, drops to throw, flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run, trying to come back and catch the ball, and a flag comes in, and a penalty called against the Tigers. Let's take a look.
Not sure what the flag was on.
I think they said that, and I don't know if it was Sigmund who came in there and said he got there a little bit too early. So pass interference.
Defensive pass interference.
Will bail Branson out.
I didn't see any just major pass interference. That was a clear call. Flag was kind of thrown late too.
Well, he got there, you know, it was borderline. I don't think that's usually probably called. Got there about the same time as the ball. May have been a little bit early. Two-back set, trips to the right side for Branson, a little different look. And they hand it off, and nowhere to go.
Is that Tyler Tomasoff, I think, that got back in there?
44-yard line.
Tomasoff was there, Peltz was there too, I believe.
Moody, the ball carrier.
Moody was the running back, Chase Moody. 5'8", 165, a senior. Trying to turn this around, or this will be his last game in a Branson Pirate uniform. Sylvester to throw. Unloads it near side. It is bobbled and on the ground. Should have been caught by Brady Blackwell, but couldn't hang on. Good defense there to make sure he didn't. And it brings up 3rd and 11.
If he would have caught that, he wouldn't have gotten very much yards after the catch there. He would have been short of the first down. A couple of our Republic defenders that could have easily just tackled him as soon as he corralled that ball in. But good job not allowing the QB to really get a good pass there and having to throw it through a bunch of Republic defenders. Again, bringing up a big 3rd down here, just over a 3rd and 10.
3-man front for the Tiger defense. Man in motion, Sylvester to throw. He pump fakes, throws it long, and good coverage upfield.
Pass is incomplete. Jacob Cody.
And Jacob Cody on coverage. A little jawing back and forth between him and Keegan Doherty. Doherty wanted a flag, and Cody says that's good coverage. So 4th and 11. So 13-3. Republic with the lead, and they force Branson to kick it away here.
I think that's Jaden Duvall back there to return it.
Angled over here to the near side. It's just going to bounce and go out of bounds. And it'll be marked inside the 25 at about the 24-yard line, and that's where Republic will take over.
All marked at the Republic 24-yard line. Tigers will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Sometimes you don't know you need a doctor until you need one right away. Meet the team at Cox Health Orthopedic and Sports Injury Walk-In Clinic. Our experts can treat fractures, sprains, dislocations, and other action-related injuries in all ages. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 with no appointment needed. Call 417-875-3800 for more information.
Well, you could see on that play, the hit as carrier went out of bounds. And what you don't see, well, there he is, coming, sprinting up the sideline, is I think that's Zach Nelson, who sprinted up the sideline wanting the flag. No flag called, thrown, so no penalty. They give it to Wallace. Sidesteps a man, takes it out past the 30 before he is gang tackled at about the 31. So all the flags we've seen, and then nothing flies in on that hit at the tail end of that last play. 3rd and 3 for Republic.
Caleb Twingler on the tackle.
defense has been so good tonight that even though the offense hasn't done much, and now Wallace bounces off a couple of tacklers but can't get loose and can't pick up the first down. Offense hasn't done much, but the defense has played so well that really Republic has kind of felt like they're in control pretty well, even though they don't have that big a lead at 13-3.
You're exactly right. Defense has come up huge. They've allowed Branson to move the ball just a little bit, but not enough to really do any damage there. They've had the opportunities to try to get in the end zone, but with no luck. So defense is keeping this game at bay.
Watson punts it away. Fair catch called for at the 37-yard line, 38. And that's where Branson takes over, trailing 13-3. And they will come out and try and get something going offensively. They haven't been able to do that all night long. If you're Branson's offensive coordinator, what do you try at this point? They've tried a little bit of everything and nothing's really worked.
You're right. They've tried, doing a little of motion in the backfield. They've done fullback or halfback pass a couple of times. They've tried to just regular pass. This time they're going to go 5 wide. They might just try to chuck the ball here to start this series.
Well, instead, they're going to give it to the motion man, and he's going to carry it for about 9 yards. It was Jay Hill who took it in motion and ran off the left side of the line. Got near a first down, but not quite there.
Second down and 1.
Halftime score of that Kickapoo game. Kickapoo on the board, 77-7. That is definitely the most sevens ever on the scoreboard in the first half.
Again, Branson comes back with that halfback pass there. Guy in motion. Looks like it's going to be a run play, trying to get the defense maybe to commit on the run and throw it over him. And again, that play's kind of been on and off for Branson. It's either been wide open for him or it is the Republic defense has just shut it down.
Completed to Blackwell for the first down. And tackle made by Sigmund. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They turn and hand it off, and a big stop made there by Connor Vizio on Jay Hill for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, Connor Vizio did a great job of just bull rushing the offensive lineman that tried to block him. He just made it to where there was no running lanes, just clogged everything up for the running back. The running back had nowhere to go. He just hit the pile, and you had a couple other Republic jerseys that came in and just kind of finished off the tackle.
7:13 left in the third quarter. Republic leading by 10. 13-3. 3-man front, and we've got a timeout. I looked up and saw the crazy motion with guys going on and off the field, thought it might be a flag, but Branson called the timeout to avoid a penalty.
Yeah, Branson offensive lineman was coming in, realized real quickly that they were missing an offensive lineman, and now he's getting an earful from the Branson coach over there for not realizing he was supposed to be out there.
Tigers lead at 13-3. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Mid-Missouri Bank is proud to support Republic Athletics. Bank better with Mid-Missouri Bank at our Republic location or on the go with our free mobile apps and easy online banking. Even get your Tiger Athletics Mid-Missouri Bank debit card with no wait at any of our 14 locations. Mid-Missouri Bank. Live, work, play, bank. And of course, go Tigers! Mid-Missouri Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
So quick timeout. Everybody's back out there ready to go. Second and 11 for Branson. In motion, they
ball's on the ground.
Slip and fall, and whistle was late. Vizio was there. Jay Hill took the direct snap again, and he fell down as he tried to cut. I don't know if the turf might be a little bit slick. It's kind of humid and wet out there. You can kind of see it's not misting, but it's just, you can tell it's damp. 6:58 left in the third, and it's 3rd and 15 for Branson. Gabe Sylvester with Jay Hill right next to him, going to throw it. Under pressure, flushed out of the pocket, throws it on the run to Hill, through Hill's hands. Incomplete, brings up 4th and 15, and Branson will probably punt it away here. Ball just short of midfield on the 49-yard line of Branson. They don't really show punt. They just, they always line up like they're going for it and then back up and pooch it. I don't know if they're going to do that here or not. They may be going for it.
They did a hard count there, trying to get the defense to come off. I don't know what that really would have done. It would still be a 4th and long.
Yeah, he is going to kick it. So the way they were lined up, I didn't know if he was going to back up, and that's going to end up being a great break and into the end zone. And, he almost had it, but just couldn't quite hang on. That is a tough break.
Yeah, the Branson kid did a great effort there. He sprinted down the field, thought maybe he could get that ball down inside the 5-yard line, but just as he dove in there, he kind of batted it right in the end zone.
Andrew Young, you know that when that ball came, when he let it kind of squirt free, it was going in slow motion in his brain. It just kind of edged across the goal line for the touchback. So all that effort, and he just had to watch the ball roll, watched helplessly as it goes out to the 20-yard line. So the Tigers take over there, leading by 10, 13-3, 6:33 left in the third quarter. Fake it to Sigmund, come near side. Hayes has a lot of running room. Past the 30, past the 40, dragged down near the 45. Tackle finally made by Colton Vanderlaan. And a 23-yard gain for Lucas Hayes with 6:25 left in the third now.
That's his second long play of the game. He had one in the second quarter that was on that drive that set up the touchdown there. So, again, Lucas Hayes just turning himself into a running back and gaining over 20 yards.
Quick throw to Flood. Cuts inside, goes around a couple of men, and is tackled just before he broke it by Ty Whirling. That was a great move after the catch. Watch him, catches it, and then he just kind of slides to the inside of the field right past a couple of guys, and they could do nothing but watch him go by. First down for the Tigers. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Blitz is coming. They give it to Sigmund to the outside. He comes to the edge. Forced out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that time Branson came with the blitz right up the middle, and they kind of blitzed themselves out of the play. Sigmund was going outside the tackle there. Had a little bit of room there since he had the blitz coming up the middle.
2nd and 1. Sigmund and Duval both back there. Duval hasn't been back there a ton. I bet you they give it to him. Nope. He's going to block for Sigmund. They got hung up, and Sigmund finally got free and gets thrown down inside the 30.
Yeah, both guys ran into each other. I think that was definitely a busted play there that ended up being a big gain there for a first down.
Yeah, Duval just kind of got in front of him. He was trying to get in front of him to block, and he didn't get quite far enough in front. And so
we have a Branson player down that's close to us, so that will probably lead us to a short timeout.
Yep. 5:48 left to go in the third quarter. 13-3 the score. Republic with the lead. We will take a break and be back after this.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, custom t-shirts, polos and caps. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Quilting and stitching, hey, that's our knack. Coffee mugs, pins, frisbees and more. Cracker Jack Shack, your promotional store. Creative ideas, and that's a fact. Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
When it's all about the journey, your choice is the new 2018 Chevy Equinox. And right now, Pinnaker Chevrolet has 15% off every new 2018 Chevy Equinox in stock. Or choose 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 cash back. Choose a new 2018 Chevy Equinox at Pinnaker Chevrolet and get 15% off. Explore every corner with the new 2018 Chevy Trax priced as low as $19,540. View the selection and find new roads in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Ethan Stout, the injured Branson player, he's being helped off. Has to go all the way across the field. And it looks like he's not putting weight on his left leg, so. Tigers have it 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line of Branson. Try to add to a 13-3 lead with 5:48 left to go in the third quarter. Hayes barks out the signal, runs, pitches to Wallace. Wallace takes it up the near sideline, bowls over a tackler down to the 15, and dished out a little punishment to Colton Vanderlaan on the way.
He's how many times have we described how Wallace runs? He's not someone that absorbs the hit. He's usually the one that's given the hit to any defender that comes up and tries to tackle him.
Riley Sigmund is a pinball, and Lewis Wallace is a bowling ball. And Tigers take it inside the 15, a short gain, as they gave it to Duval.
Just inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of a couple.
Part of that field that we always talk about is the 4-down territory that we'll probably go for it on if this ends up being a 4th down type of series.
Part of Republic's troubles all year have been in the red zone. They've gotten the ball down there and just have not completed drives. Hayes is going to throw it over the middle. It's almost picked off. Threw it out too far ahead of his intended receiver.
Yeah, threw it right in the middle of traffic there. Lucky that it didn't get picked off. That's usually one of those type of pass plays where the receiver tips the ball and up in the air and allows a defender to snatch it out of the air.
Yeah, I think Gavin Walker said he was held, and that's why it was not actually that bad of a throw, but should have made it through. And Walker was making hand motions like, "Hey, why didn't you throw a flag there?" Time about to run out on the play clock, and so Republic will call a timeout to avoid the penalty on 3rd and 8 from the 14-yard line. Did you know Hines Street Pharmacy will deliver prescriptions right to your door, or that they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies? Hines Street Pharmacy. Switch and experience the hometown difference. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. When you're looking to buy or sell a home in Republic, you want someone who knows this market and who also knows marketing. You want the team at Sue Carter Real Estate Group. Sue's been helping families with their real estate needs in Republic for 15 years, and she has assembled Republic's biggest and best team of real estate professionals. They're innovative, hardworking, and committed to helping you. Whether you're buying or selling, put them on your team. The Sue Carter Real Estate Group. It's about home. So let's see what the Tigers can do here on 3rd and 8, trying to build on a 10-point lead. They give it to Wallace. Gets around the initial hit, bounces off another man, takes it down inside the 5 for a 1st down. He was hammered at about the 8, bounced off, and just like a bowling ball, kept rolling.
Yeah, the Branson defender, instead of wrapping him up and going for the tackle, just went for the big hit, and that's not going to be enough to take down Wallace.
No, didn't even use his arms at all. That was, it was number 28, who's not on the roster, so just as well for him.
Right.
1st and goal for the Tigers from the 4. And Hayes keeps it and is hit for a loss. Nowhere to go for Lucas Hayes.
I think it may have been a busted play. That looked like a play that someone went the wrong way. Kind of looked like Lucas was looking for someone that wasn't there and just tried to do what he could with it and ended up losing some yardage.
Eddie Barbecue Company's home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. They're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. All right. 2nd and goal from the 7.
And Republic has a player that comes off the sideline at the last moment. There was obviously someone that didn't realize that they needed to be out there for that play, and Coach Baldwin had to call a timeout there.
3:52 left to go in the 3rd. And Republic trying to get the ball in the end zone. A touchdown here would make things very difficult for Branson, the way their offense has played so far tonight. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it, with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. All right, Tigers will try it again. 2nd and goal from the 7. Sigmund in the backfield next to Hayes. 2 wide receivers split wide to the right, 2 to the left. Hayes is going to look to throw and now keep it, tuck it inside the 5, down near the goal line, stopped just short. Good hole opened up there, and he saw the opening and went right through it.
3rd down and goal, Tigers from the Pirates 1.
Lucas has done a great job this evening when he has to be coming running back and finding a hole.
Well, that hole really opened up, and he did a good job of seeing it and making a decision. 3rd and goal from the 1. Tigers try to finish. Hayes gives it to Sigmund, lowers the helmet into the end zone. Touchdown, Republic. 19-3, the Tigers extend their lead to 16 with 3:17 left in the 3rd quarter.
That time the offensive line did a great job and just opening up just a hole just big enough for him to get in there and get that end zone in. So offensive line has done a great job here on this series.
Drew Flippin, ready to try the kick. It is up and straight and good. And with 3:17 left in the 3rd, the Tigers take a 17-point lead. It's 20-3 over Branson. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In the Republic area, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast and brake too hard with feedback to help you drive safer, giving you the power to actually lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. Tigers will tee it up and kick it off, leading by 17, and they are on their way, if they can hold on, to Carthage next week for a district semifinal game against the Tigers, who beat them by 16 here in a game that was actually closer than, could have been closer if the Tigers had made a couple of plays on defense. A bunch of 4th down conversions that resulted in touchdowns for Carthage. Ball bounces and goes out of bounds. Good decision not to pick the ball up by the return man Ty Whirling. He realized it was likely from that position to end up going out of bounds, and so he let it go, and that'll be a flag, and Branson will take over on the 35.
Well, the defense just keeps doing what they've been doing most of this game. Definitely would keep Branson out of the end zone. Branson really hasn't had just a drive that's been sustainable. Most of their movement has kind of been on big plays, and wouldn't surprise me one bit if the defense makes Branson go 3 and out once again.
complete pass. Now you jinx the wrong team. Called for 3 and out. They completed the pass. Sigmund makes the tackle, but a first down. Gain of 15 for Branson. No response. I kept waiting. Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. No, I'm afraid to say something. I may jinx.
Branson's sure to score on this one. And they throw it. Now, if they do, that's going to be even worse. Now they get another first down. Completed it to Keegan Doherty. And he took it near a first down. I don't know if he's got it or not. I think he does.
I think they just got enough. Ball sits on the other side of the 40-yard line, and the marker's right at the 40-yard.
If they do score on this drive, that one's still on you, though.
Okay.
20-3. And a pump fake by Sylvester. Now he rolls to the near side. Good protection. Trying to get free. He's got running room, and he's going to take it down the far sideline and pushed out of bounds around the 30. Inside the 30, I think they got another first down.
This is the first series that Branson's really had that they've been able to just move the ball, and it's been big chunks, too. It hasn't been, getting 3 or 4 yards at a whack here. It's been a few just big plays here.
First and 10 from the Republic 30. Empty backfield for Sylvester. Doherty goes in motion. They fake it to him. They're going to throw it. Rolling near side and thrown out of bounds by Sylvester. So second down and 10.
Man, that time Nolan White literally busted through 2 Branson O-linemen. There was 2 O-linemen that were trying to keep Nolan White from getting through, and he was still able to get in the backfield. So you watch this game later here in the third quarter with just over 2 minutes. Check out Nolan White just blowing through Branson's offensive line.
Sylvester in trouble, spins away from a man. We got a defender being tackled. No call. And they get back to the line of scrimmage. A couple of Tigers went down on defense there. Peltz finally ended up making the tackle. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was a lot of commotion for not much gain there.
At the Republic 30-yard line, 3rd down and 10.
Tiger defense tries to stiffen up and get the stop here after Branson put together a few yards. Branson goes deep. Cody with the coverage. And good coverage up the sideline. Ball was a little bit overthrown, but Cody was right there anyway. And it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Branson. Down to 1:29 left to go in the third. Has this third quarter lasted forever?
It seems like it's lasted forever, but going back to that previous play, Cody has done a great job tonight. Every time that Branson's tried to pass it to the receiver that he is on, it hasn't been successful at all.
Yeah, Cody's had a nice game. Yeah, every time I look at the clock, I think it's the fourth quarter, and it's not. And Coggin got in there to let him get free. Now Sylvester gets away from another man, from a third man, and Coggin says, hey, I'll clean this up. And he does.
Yeah, he didn't give up there. He could have easily just kind of just given up on the play and just let the QB just keep running, but dusted himself off after getting blocked and was able to finish it up.
Yeah, you could almost see as he got up, his eyes, you can just imagine his eyes getting wide, like this play's still going on. I can still get him. So missed him the first time, got him the second time. Tigers take over, leading by 17 with 1:20 left. Now you would think that they would run some clock. They've got a little cushion on the scoring margin, and they take over on the 30-yard line. Lewis Wallace in the backfield. They're going to throw a little screen to Flood, who couldn't hang on. I don't know if that was tipped or not.
I don't think it was tipped. I think it was just a drop by Cam Flood. Hit him right in the hands where it needed to go. little tunnel screen. You allow the defensive line to come up on purpose, allow the QB to throw it over their heads.
Yeah, yep, not tipped at all. He just kind of took his eye off of it. Fake it to Wallace, and Hayes takes it up the middle on second down, and that's a good gain. Picked up about 6 yards.
And when he's been the one that the number's been called to run the ball, Lucas has had some good success this evening.
3rd and 4 coming up. Some Branson folks making their way from the far side, from the far bleachers all the way around, making the long walk to the parking lot already. And on the end around, they give it to Duval, who cuts it up and lowers the helmet and picks up the first down. Needed to get past the 40, and he did with that last effort. So the Tigers keep the drive moving with 40 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
That's one thing that's been consistent all year is the running game for Republic. Whoever's got the ball has definitely been the one that is not afraid of getting hit. Seems like every back, whether it's been Sigmund, Duval, Wallace, or when Hayes is the running back, they're always falling forward.
That's true. This is a team that has tough runners, and that has not always been the case in the past. Hayes keeps it. Big gap and upended as he crossed midfield. Down at about the 46-yard line of Branson. Good run by Lucas Hayes.
Yeah, great run. Not a lot of QBs at the high school, college, and NFL level like to get hit, but Lucas Hayes doesn't mind getting hit at all.
And it was Ty Whirling who came in low and upended him there to stop the run, but a big gain for Lucas Hayes. 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Hayes sends a man in motion and under pressure gets away. He's going to run right where the blitz was. Good decision by Hayes, and he is upended again. Going down low again is Whirling, and Hayes picks up about 7 yards. Good play by Hayes. That was a great recognition of where the blitz came from and then going right to the empty spot.
Yeah, that great way to end the 3rd quarter.
End of 3. The Tigers lead Branson 20-3, and they are on the move. And we'll try to add to that lead when we come back after this.
Serving the Ozarks since 1979, Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic has a great selection of Chevy cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers to choose from and needs to make room. Choose from a great selection of new 2018 Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans with up to $10,000 off. The SUVs made for families. Choose from new Tahoe and Suburbans with up to $10,000 off at Pinnaker Chevrolet. Let our family take care of yours. Find new roads in Republic or check out our entire inventory at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinnaker every time.
All right, 2nd and 4 for Republic. As the 4th quarter resumes, and they lead it 20-3 in the 4th quarter. Hayes has Wallace right next to him. Fakes it to Wallace, keeps it up the middle, and just runs right up the back of his blocker. The ball is loose, but after the whistle had sounded, and on the blocking there, Hayden Moody was out in front, and he just followed Hayden Moody up the middle and picked up the first down.
And if you were to watch the replay of that, Hayes literally ran exactly where that blitzing linebacker came from. The linebacker blitzed himself out of the play, and Lucas just replaced where he was.
So 1st and 10, and there goes the defense.
That's the same QB that's been blitzing most of the evening. He picks usually over one of the two guards, the A gap or B gap, either right side or left side.
Yeah, Nick Ferris kind of leaned forward and couldn't stop. That was slow motion. So 1st and 5 for Republic. 2 wide receivers to each side. Wallace in the backfield next to Hayes. Farlander with the good snap. Handoff to Wallace. Stiff arms a man and then carries him forward for a couple of yards. Brings up 2nd down and short. Destiny Church wants to create a revolution through serving, and part of that is recognizing student athletes who are getting out in the community and making a difference. It's a feature called Servolution in Republic Tiger Sports Magazine. If you know a student athlete making a difference in the community by volunteering, email me, david@republictigersports.com, and let me know about them, and maybe we can feature them in a future issue of Republic Tiger Sports Magazine. Wallace, good running room, 1st down and more, down inside the 20-yard line before finally being dragged down at about the 18. Down to 11:05 left in the game.
Again, Wallace had a huge hole in the left side there. Seems like as the game has progressed, Republic's offensive line has just gotten better and better. Starting to pick up the blitzing linebackers, realizing when they're coming from and kind of talking to each other.
Offense looks over at the near sideline to get the play. Clock ticking, they're in no hurry. Play clock down to 4. And Lewis Wallace kind of taps Hayes on the shoulder and says, hey, let's get going. Play clock's running down. They do, and they hand it off to Wallace. And watch before the snap, I don't think Hayes realized how close the play clock was to running out. Then Wallace is like, hey, let's go. Got to snap the ball. 10:20 left in the game.
That's why it's a team effort up there. Everybody's got to help everybody out.
Fake it to Wallace, running room for Hayes, and thought for a moment he dropped the ball. He kind of looked down as he was being tackled. Takes it inside the 15, down to the 13.
I agree with you on that. He kind of had the ball kind of out away from his body there, not usually tucked in tight like he usually carries it. So I, too, thought the ball had come out just by the way he kind of reacted.
3rd and 5. Really surprised. Branson has been so aggressive with their blitzes. I'm surprised they haven't gone offside more. And that is a pitch to Wallace, who takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That was almost a forward pass by the time he pitched it. Let's watch the replay and see if we can tell. So that may go down as a touchdown pass and not a touchdown run for Wallace. I think it was a touchdown pass.
Lewis Wallace on the carry for the Tigers. Lewis Wallace with the touchdown. Extra point attempt by Drew Flippin, good.
So the kick good by Flippin, and the Tigers lead it 27-3. So Republic in control here, leading by 24, and the booth next door confirms as they look at their replay that was a forward pass. So we were right on top of it in here. Tim Barnes already had it marked down under the passing statistics. Central Gas Propane is a locally owned and operated propane company offering exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet their customers' needs while providing a level of service and communication that no other company can beat. Services include autofill route options, pre-buy, and level pay programs. Call today to switch and save with Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or visit their website at centralgasmo.com. Tigers have it teed up and ready to kick it off, leading by 24. 27-3 is the score with 9:28 left in the game. High end over end kick is going to drop. It's a live ball, and finally Branson's Deshaun Craig jumps on it. I think there was some confusion about who was going to pick it up, and Craig finally realized he better get it. Black Lab Coffee is more than just amazing coffee, more than breakfast sandwiches and great desserts. It's the locally owned coffee shop where you can drop in, be greeted by name, and enjoy a quiet place to work or some peaceful conversation. Case and his crew are waiting behind the counter to prepare your order. All you have to do is walk in. Black Lab Coffee at 545 East Elm Street in Republic. Let's see if the defense can hold. Haven't given up a touchdown. And I don't think, let's see, did they give up? They've given up a touchdown in every game so far, haven't they? Ozark had a touchdown. Brady Coggin with another good tackle. Coggin's been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, it seems like we've called his name a lot. Sigmund, Peltz, Thomasoff, all those guys have all been just flying around on the field. Seems like they kind of almost anticipate where the ball's going to go. Haven't given up too many big plays this evening.
Clock running, down under 9 minutes left. Sylvester to throw, under pressure, and there goes the ball. It's loose. Who's got it? Thing to say it's down. Let's look at a replay on this.
What is
I still haven't seen a signal.
The head official even turned his body to face the Republic.
Yeah, man, yeah, you look at the replay. I don't think from that it didn't look like he was, but what are you going to say? Up 27-3. It's 3rd and 12. It was still a loss. I was so busy looking at the ball, I didn't see who got there.
I didn't either.
Whoever it was, nice play. We'll credit you later. Doherty goes in motion. They don't throw it to him or give it to him. They throw it up top, and Cody's there to almost pick it off. Cody was right there, and that was thrown way up high in the air. Jump ball, and Cody had position, but he had the intended receiver on his back and couldn't get enough clearance to make the catch. Good camera work on that by Zach White.
Again, Cody's had a great defensive performance tonight. He's consistently been with the receiver, stride for stride, good man coverage.
Maddie Hall, our director up here, has been doing a nice job of giving us a lot of second looks on replays. And the punt is going to roll slowly down inside the 40-yard line to about the 39 of Republic, and that's where Republic will take over. Tim Brazil down on the sideline is taking photos. We'll have those later with the game summary. And, of course, this full game replay will be available on the YouTube channel tonight or tomorrow, so you can watch it again. Get double the enjoyment. 1st and 10 from the 39. All we have left this fall is football and soccer. So football and football. Soccer will play in the district tournament at Joplin starting next Tuesday against the host team, Joplin. And it's going to be a lot of traveling to the west next week. If they win, if the soccer team wins on Tuesday, they'll play in the district championship game, and then we'll be down there at Carthage on Friday for football. Duval takes it and stops, reverses field, still on his feet, and is finally stood up and pushed back at about the 45-yard line. Good run by Jaden Duval on 1st down.
Again, this whole evening we were just talking about how hard of a running game Republic's had. Every time there's been, anybody, whether it's been Sigmund, Wallace, Duval, Hayes, whoever's been the running back, has definitely not gone down easily this evening.
And this time Hayes keeps it. I thought he'd given it to Sigmund, and Sigmund did just such a good job of carrying out the fake that I followed him with my binoculars for a few yards before I realized it was Hayes that had it. And a good gain on 1st down. Farmers Insurance has been providing quality, affordable insurance since 1928. In Republic, Farmers agent Nathan Dixon has a game plan for all your insurance needs. And teachers ask about Farmers Education discount. That's Farmers agent Nathan Dixon. Call him at 732-2900. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the Branson 44-yard line. And Sigmund shuffles inside a couple of tacklers. Takes it inside the 35 for 1st down yardage. Good run by Riley Sigmund. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert, because now Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. Rocco's Italian Kitchen is responsible for me still being conscious. I had a piece of pizza before the game started from the concession stand that they deliver in. Sigmund takes it down to about the 27-yard line.
As we approach the 6.5-minute mark here in the game, kind of expect that Coach Baldwin's just going to keep things on the ground, just try to eat up as much clock as he can, especially as we just kind of keep getting these first downs here. No real need to throw the ball up in the air and, possibly either give up the interception or incompletion, which stops the clock.
Yeah, 6.5 left in the game, and the ball's on the ground. Oh, boy, what happened? And Hayes got it.
Yeah, bad exchange there. That's something that has kind of plagued Republic's offense throughout the season. But he was able to get the ball back, which is obviously the good thing.
Ty Whirling back there at safety with the still rocking the sparkly shoes back there. You can't really see. We can't get in quite close enough. But every time he takes a step, they really do sparkle. It's impressive. Out of the shotgun, Hayes. Under pressure, trying to get rid of it on a screen. Throws it to Wallace, and that was so slow developing that the defense had already responded and gotten there, and they were waiting for Wallace when he caught the ball. Tigers just lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one.
Going for it here, 4th and 5.
That was really a good play by Hayes just to get rid of it and complete it, because they got through there so fast. Now 4th and 5. And if they can get a first down here, they can almost just run out the clock. They're going to throw it long, up top for Flood, who's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. 5:01 left, and they beat the defense and went long to Cam Flood. And Flood falling backwards as he caught it. Nice catch and a nice throw from Lucas Hayes. Saw him slanting to the inside and underthrew it a little bit, but Flood, you could see him adjust and make the catch, and it is 33-3. Drew Flippin tries to make it 34. Jared Hughes gets it down. Kick is up, and it is good. And it's 34-3, Republic leading Branson by 31. Well, we talked about, we knew that Republic was a better team than not only a better team than they showed, but I mean, even at that point in the season, before they had improved, they were still better than they played that night. I mean, they had so many penalties and turnovers that even that kind of pale version of this team was better than it showed, and they are really showing that they have improved by quite a lot compared to what Branson has done since early in the season. This one not even close.
You're exactly right, especially a game that kind of started out a little slow. Neither team really moving the ball. It was 0-0 for quite a while there, and for Republic to be able to put up 34 points here, just how slow the game was is not surprising, but you wouldn't think it from just how things were going.
Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Rep Mode from Southern Sun Electric. That one's kicked back to about the 15. Reversing field, taking it to the middle of the field, out to about the 30-yard line is the return man. I think it's Deshaun Craig. Yep.
That, and not only has Republic improved throughout the season, but also just kind of talking to a lot of these football players, because I have so many of them throughout the day in class, that you could tell that a lot of them wanted that revenge factor for Branson coming in here and spoiling the opening of this awesome stadium here. That a lot of these guys wanted to get back at Branson for that week 1 loss.
There was a little extracurricular activity just off the view of our camera replay there. We were trying to catch it, couldn't quite see what happened. Sylvester on the run, gets away, comes back near side, throws it to the middle. It's complete. 3 Tiger tacklers there. Duval gets there first to make the stop on Luke Young.
Luke Young, number 37.
Good scramble by Sylvester. 4:30 left in the game. Tigers leading 34-3.
Yeah, good scramble. Could have been a huge sack for a loss there. Was able to gain back a lot of that yardage.
Sylvester throws it and complete over on the far side. Logan Watson is over there. So is Evan Smith to make the tackle. It's going to be first down yardage for Branson with 4:04 left in the game. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. First and 10 for Branson. 3 wide receivers here on the near side. Tomasoff closing fast. Sylvester has to duck and move, and the ball's picked off by Jaden Duval up the far sideline, and Whirling is going to bring him down at the 35, but Jaden Duval just picked off a pass, and watch him close. Came out of nowhere across there to make the catch. And Duval ends the Branson threat.
Defense is just about every single game. The defense has been good for at least 1 turnover, and again, what a great interception by Duval.
Since 1986, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new customer communication system, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. That means you get back on the road even faster. Schedule an appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Ball is loose on the ground. It kicks all the way back. Branson is, I don't think Branson got it.
I think they did. I think Branson got it.
Okay, yep. All right, so it was Chase Buckner who got back there and jumped on it. I thought they kicked it one last time and lost possession of it. Ball popped up in the air, and then mad scramble. In weeks 1 through 5, that kind of play happened at the very end with the Tigers threatening to score.
Right.
So not so bad when it happens at this point in the game. The only thing that hurts here is it gives Branson a chance for a touchdown, and Republic was trying not to give up a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold. Sylvester under pressure. Coggin gives chase. Throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete.
Yeah.
Diving attempt by Hunter Wood.
And we have a flag, late flag here. I didn't even see it thrown. Went to the white hat motion to stop the clock.
I think he waved it off.
No, it wasn't. He didn't wave it off. Yeah.
I didn't have my binoculars out, so I just thought he was waving his hands in a very subtle manner.
A Branson player lowered his head.
So it's going to go against Branson. Seems an opportune time to remind you that role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message brought to you by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and Republic Tiger Sports. So first and 32 for Branson.
After Republic 32.
No, not first and 30. Yeah, it is first and 32. At least that's what the scoreboard says. They give it to 33, and that is Jay Hill. He takes it inside the 25-yard line. So, yeah, it was first. Wait, no, it's not first and 32. If the ball was on the 32.
King is down on the Republic 23-yard line. Second down and 16.
Yeah, second and 16. There, I think the scoreboard operator has the measurement mixed up. I think he might have thought it was first and goal, but it was not. Anyway, here is a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Call her at 732-1414 or find her online at sarahrader.com. At State Farm agent Sarah Rader at 732-1414. Whether you're moving out or you just can't live with that dirty carpet one more day, call Floor Gypsy. From floor to ceiling, wall to wall, and everything in between, they get it clean. Floor Gypsy will take care of your carpets, stone tile, and grout, and they do commercial and residential cleanings. They're locally owned and operated by a father and son team, and they are proud supporters of Republic Tiger Sports. Call them at 425-7798. Floor Gypsy. They see clean in your future. 34-3, just under 3 minutes left to go. Let's see if Branson takes a shot at the end zone here on 2nd and 16 on the 23. I think they're going to. Sylvester's running, and it is picked off again. Up the sideline, far side, and it was one of the linebackers.
21-yard line.
Waiting to get a number.
44, I think.
Yeah, Evan Smith. I saw the 4.
Evan Smith with the interception.
So 44, Evan Smith. He has had a hand in so many turnovers, and the turnover cape will presumably come out over here.
He gets to don the shiny orange cape. I think that is Coach Swope down there that has got the orange cape.
They will. The wearing of the cape here. And now back to action. Hand off to Sigmund. Picks up a couple of yards on first down. Evan Smith has worn that cape quite a lot this year.
Yes, he has.
He hasn't taken it off yet either. I think he's just going to leave it on the rest of the game.
I would if I was him.
I would leave it on even if Republic has to punt. I would go out there and rock the cape.
I'd wear it all weekend and wear it to school on Monday.
It's got to be some kind of spirit week, right?
Right.
All right. Yeah. Second down. Lewis Wallace gets it. Doesn't pick up much, if anything. Yeah, I mean, usually they just take the cape right off, but it's cold. He's like, I'm leaving it on. They should add like some fur lining as the season wears on.
Yeah, make it like a Joe Namath type of thing, the fur coat.
Yeah, that would be good. All right, Wallace gained 1. He gets it again, and he bounces it outside. Has a hole, first down and more outside the 40. Spins out to the 45. And that's where they're going to mark it, on the 45-yard line.
Flag thrown well behind the tackle.
Okay, let's see what this is. Holding against Republic. So that one's going to come back. Lewis Wallace, sorry about that. Had a big gain, but it doesn't count. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous new facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. So that pushes them back. The foul occurred, the holding penalty occurred upfield, so it ends up only being a 1-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd and about 9 for Republic. Let's see if they can pick it up again. 1:35 left. First down here would let them run out the clock. Sigmund goes in motion. They hand it to him. Turns the corner but can't get first down yardage. They will let the clock run. It's 1:22 remaining. The play clock hasn't started yet, so they'll just let it run out and either punt it away right before it expires or let it go and then punt it away after that. There'll be about 40 seconds left or so, 45, when Branson gets it back. And Republic is going to advance to take on Carthage in the district semifinals. We'll have that game for you live from Carthage next Friday night. 6:45 Hines Street Pharmacy pregame show and play-by-play presented by Cox Health at 7 o'clock. Watson gets the punt away. It goes out of bounds. And with 46 seconds left, Branson gets one more crack at it. Evan Smith has ditched the cape. I'm a little disappointed, I have to admit.
Probably some type of uniform infraction if he went out there with it.
It's worth the flag.
And just the way that the referee's been throwing flags.
I say it's worth the penalty at this point. Sometimes you got to take a stand for fashion, Rich. All right. Branson with the ball. Still on that spread offense. They're going to keep going after it. District soccer again next week from Joplin. And that will be Tuesday night. And if the Tigers win, they'll play Thursday night. I think, don't hold me to that. That was, now that I think about it, I haven't confirmed when the final is. Casey Peltz giving chase, and the ball is tipped. Good defense there by Dalton Parks, who got the start tonight on defense and reached out and knocked the ball away with 38 seconds left. Second and 10 for Branson. Sylvester throws it up top, up the sideline. Watson got turned around, and the ball is caught inside the 20 by Andrew Young. So first down for Branson with 30 seconds remaining. And the Chain Gang sprints upfield. Sprint is relative. They're holding a couple of big sticks attached by chains. And Sylvester under pressure, tucks and runs. He's going to get in, I think. Yep. And Branson scores a touchdown. Logan Watson turns around and looks at his fellow defenders in disgust. They are all disgusted that they gave up that touchdown with 20 seconds left. So it's 34-9. Branson scores. And Sylvester just saw the opening and took it in. And Justice Weber will try to make it 34-10. Worst part of that is now we got to reset, do another kickoff and everything. And the kick's blocked, so Justice Weber couldn't get it off, and I think it was Casey Peltz. Let's see if there were a bunch of guys coming up the middle there, but I think Peltz is the guy who got to it. Yep. So, 34-9 will be the final, barring some crazy run back here on the kickoff by the Tigers.
Like you said, going to Carthage next week, which is exciting. Just, you didn't know if this was going to be, the Republic team that showed up in week one or not, but they obviously showed that they're the team that has improved throughout the season. Branson doesn't look near as good as they did in that week one, so you could definitely say that these two teams went in different directions as the season went on.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, this, and we've seen Republic, so it's, we haven't seen the progression of Branson, But it was obvious to us, I think, coming in that Republic had improved quite a bit from early in the season. The defense has been great all along. And, other than the big three in the conference, and now Cam Flood slides and is slow to get up, but no, he just slid. I thought for a second that he'd hurt himself, and I thought, oh, man, what a horrible way to get injured. But he just stayed down longer. And so with 14 seconds left, the Tigers will assume victory formation, leading 34-9. Carthage will be a handful, state ranked, and obviously a very good team. But again, as we talked to Dustin Baldwin after the game, and Tigers take a knee and that'll run it out. Talked to Dustin Baldwin after the game here when they played Carthage during the regular season, and they didn't get blown out. I mean, it was a blowout at times, but it was the score was a big separation. But if you looked at the numbers and the way the game had played out, the score was a little more lopsided at that point than it should have been. And so the Tigers know they can play with Carthage. It's just a matter of which Carthage team and which Republic team shows up. But they win here tonight by the score of 34-9. Tim Barnes, is that fancy new app have us with stats totaled up already?
Well, yes, it does, I think. Riley Sigmund, 14 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Lucas Hayes, 20 carries, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Lewis Wallace, 9 carries, 43 yards. And Lucas Hayes was 6 out of 10, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. And total yards for Republic, it's like 238 compared to Branson's 170.
So great defense by the Tigers. Gave up only that one touchdown late in the game, and otherwise had played very well. And really both of the touchdowns, both of the scores for Branson were a result of some breaks going against the Republic defense, put in bad situations, and Branson managed to put points on the board. But giving up less than 200 total yards, that's going to win you a lot of ball games, and the Tiger defense did that tonight. Rich Miles, final thoughts as we get ready to go to Carthage next week.
Like you already mentioned, the Carthage game, Republic played well at times, made Carthage have to work for every single point. The scoreboard definitely didn't show, the effort that Republic put in there. If it wasn't just for, those 4 big fourth down plays that Carthage converted on, that game could have been a lot closer score-wise. And I expect this team that came out here and played so well against Branson to do the same thing next week, is go out there, give everything they can, and make Carthage work for everything that they're going to get.
Final score, Republic 34, Branson 9, and the Tigers are on to the district semifinals next Friday. For sideline photographer Tim Brazil, for cameraman Zach White, director Maddie Hall, statistician Tim Barnes, and Rich Miles, I'm David Brazil, saying thank you for watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Good night from Republic.